My name's Megan Pfeiffer. I'm a paramedic with the New York Fire Department, and I've never seen anything like this, not even remotely close to it.
Can you tell us some stories about some of the patients that you've seen?
It's basically like a mass casualty incident right now, where we're only able to take like the people who need it most and are the most critical and need it the most urgently.
As soon as we went available, we are hit with an assignment.
Yesterday alone, I've had 2 patients that we just pronounced on scene. In the emergency rooms, it's like, again, like nothing I've ever seen before. Patient on ventilator after ventilator after ventilator. They've been several beds, even with just dead bodies on them, covered, waiting to be brought to the morgue. There was another crew who brought in a patient to one of the hospitals and they needed to be intubated. And the only reason they were able to be put on a ventilator was because somebody who was on a vent happened to die. And so it was kind of like off one patient onto the next. I've seen a lot of young people who are infected, one of which was our own members. She was 34 years old. I actually went through the EMS Academy with her, as well as paramedic school. The 2 of us went through together. And she went home one day, collapsed, and ended up getting admitted into the hospital and did end up having to be intubated on the ICU. It's scary a little bit because that could be me. It could be any one of us since we are exposed every day.
When you go and see someone, how do you protect yourself?
So the current guidelines are for us to wear goggles, gloves, a gown, and a regular mask, as opposed to the N95 masks that we were wearing earlier because they are short on them.
1 N95 to last the whole shift.
Yeah, right now I'm not going home. I'm staying in the hotel. Previously, I was staying at the station. I spent a night or 2 in a tent in my family's backyard because I don't want to go into any of their houses. I know for a fact I'm being exposed to this virus. I couldn't live with that if anything happened to them, and I felt it was possibly because of me.
Seeing so much sadness, do you sometimes come home and just cry?
There's been quite a few days where I came home and was just bawling. I've had anxiety attacks. I've been hysterical. It's almost a hopeless situation. The outreach from the community has been absolutely fantastic. There was one guy just waving his American flag, shouting for us from one of the bridges. That made our day, and little things like people have been sending food and letters of thank you and encouragement, and they're calling us heroes, which blows my mind. I'm like, I'm just doing my job.